Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of UpStack Success Stories. Today I'm here with another amazing woman who works with UpStack, and she's our manual QA engineer, Sandra Barros. Welcome, Sandra. Really happy having you here with us.
Hello, Diana. Thank you for the opportunity. It's my pleasure to be here.
Amazing. And Sandra is tuning here from Brazil. Yes, it's 7 o'clock in the morning for her. Really interesting seeing all the remote pearls, and how we are all in different zones and we can still connect and enjoy this. So, Sandra, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself? How did you start working with the tech world? And anything you would like to share in general.
Okay. Thank you, Diana. So, like you said, I'm from Brazil. I live in São Paulo, in a big city or megalopolis. It's not São Paulo itself. It's a city, like a neighborhood in São Paulo. And I have lived here for all my life, and I have worked in IT for all my life. And I live now. I live alone. I have a daughter, but she's a beautiful woman. She lives in another city now. She's working, or like I could say, she is doing like a specialist course uh, to be a doctor in gynecologist and obstetrician. So now I live alone, but I have two cats. Their names are Cecilia and Clarice. They are sisters, and they are my company during all the day. Uh, I have worked in home office since the pandemic arrived, and it was bad thing, of course, the pandemic. But I learned it in all my life. I don't know if you know this, like we said here in Brazil. We say here in Brazil, we have to learn um to do a lemonade with lemons. Okay, and this is what happened in my life. The pandemic it was terrible for everybody all around the world. A lot of people has suffered, uh, died, but in my case, I could have the opportunity to work remotely, and I did it my life, my lifestyle now. And since the pandemic, I decided to work after 3 or 4 months after the lockdown started here in Brazil. I realized that this would be forever in my case in IT. So I lived in another apartment. Uh, 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 it was not. I had two rooms in that apartment. One room was mine, the other my daughter. Even if she didn't live with me, but when she comes to visit me, it was her room forever. And I decided I needed to move to a bigger apartment, and I decided to start to looking for an apartment with one more bedroom or one more room to have my own place when I could work, like a home office. And 1 year, September 2000, and we are in 2022, 2021, I decided to move to this apartment. I found this apartment where I live now. And that's my life today. I started working remotely, and I found UpStack, or UpStack found me. This is better in LinkedIn, and we had the opportunity to work together now this year. That's it.
Amazing. And we are happy we found you, and we happy you agreed to be in our space. Definitely, for sure. It's really interesting to see, how long have you been working in tech world? Even though you started remote work 3 years ago, it probably has been quite a change for you. How did it felt actually for you going to work remotely, and what do you think are the best benefits for you personally?
Well, I always have worked in IT all my life, and before starting at the manual QA, I have worked as a developer, mainframe developer, and for in about 10 years ago, I changed my professional role to work only as a tester or QA. And in fact, it wasn't too too hard to work from home in my case.
Hmm.
I prefer, in fact, because when I could see, before working remotely, I used it to spend at least 2 hours to go to work, home from to work and work from home. Uh, I used to spend this time and money with parking lot, with gas, and a lot of things. And working remotely, I wake up, take a shower, eat my breakfast, play a little with my cats, and start working. And this is awesome. This is awesome because I I want 2 hours at least in my day. So I dedicate these 2 hours. Or if I don't want to do nothing, I don't. Or if I would like to go to the gym or to study to learn another hard skill, another tool in IT. So it's amazing the life I live today. I have never wondered I could work at home, and now for me it's almost, it's not almost paradise. Yes. So this is the great advantage. I can manage my time. And during my work hours, if I have to go to the doctor or if I have to do something in this time, I can manage this and compensate these hours working extra hours at night or start working earlier in the morning. So that's it. For me, it's
Mm,
amazing.
I still can agree. Like yesterday, I was just going for a walk and thinking how that would be weird in the office. Yeah, just saying, I want to go for a walk, and everyone would be like, "What? No, you need to work." Like those small amazing benefits that really really are big in the end.
Yes,
So,
and
Sandra.
the other advantage, it's not my case now because of course, my daughter is a woman and she lives she lives in another city. But if I have a family, a husband, or kids, I I imagine that for my colleagues, it's better because they are near family, and if the family needs you, uh, we are here. We, of course, we have to have discipline, and we have to manage this with all the family if we have family with us, because that 8 hours we have to work, and we are not available for our family, of course. But if something happens, you were there and you can manage this. So this is amazing. I'm very grateful.
I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Yeah, just the beauty of remote work for sure. Do you think that there are some challenges still working remotely, and what would be if there are any for you personally?
Challenge. Um, Let me see. You have to, yes, there is a challenge because, of course, we never work alone, like a standalone. Maybe even if you are 8 hours a day working standalone, you are part of a team, you are part of a company, so you have this commitment and you have to be available, you have to be professional because the team needs you, and if you fail, you are failing with the company and the team. And in our team, uh, all of us are committed with an achievements. So this is a challenge. You don't you can't lose this point of view. You are alone, but you are not. Never.
Mm.
You have to be connected, but not in the same place. But doesn't matter the place, doesn't matter the geography. How long are you from your colleagues, your team? You have to think they are near, and if you need them, because you need them, they need you, but you need them too. You have to be conscious or aware that they are there to
Mm.
support you, like in this case, UpStack. If I need something, if I have some doubt, if I'm not sure about something, I have some tools that I can uh, contact all the people that can support me. So this is very good. This is a kind of commitment and a challenge too, because if they need me or you need me, I am to be available. That's it.
Mhm.
And
True, true. That's
flexible,
very good.
flexible.
I mean, it's a good and important point because yeah, we never work totally solo. So thank you for sharing this, Sandra.
Welcome.
Do you
So,
have though any like success stories to share? I mean, you have been working in this industry for ages, so I'm just wondering, have you had any moments where you learned a lot and it just, stick in your head, or is there something specific that you remember that gave you like these wow exponential, moments?
oh, uh, I I have some of them, but let me see. Oh, for instance, the project I have worked now.
Hmm.
Sorry. I started working in UpStack and for a customer in the United States in the auto insurance business. And I have worked in not the work hours I used to, from 8 to 5 p.m., but
Hmm.
I started working 6 p.m. until 2 a.m. in the morning. And if I have to work in this time, not remotely, I never, probably, I, I, I couldn't, because I live in a big city and there is dangerous traffic and robbers late in the night. So this could make me be flexible to adapt my work hours. During the day, I used to to do things that I used to do at night after work hours. So it's different my time now. Um, what could I say? Oh, in this challenge I have worked now as a QA. I have worked in the front end team, working or testing front end functionalities, and it's exciting because the team I have worked working during the day, and I started working when almost everybody go to rest, went to rest. But I always, if I need something, even if the beginning when I didn't do the environment, the app, uh, everything I need to ask and I need to receive the answers right now or as fast as possible, as soon as possible. And I did this. So this is a kind of challenge. And this customer decided to work this way. There are QAs working during the day, and I work after this as a QA, but this helps the deliveries to be faster
Mm.
because when the developers finish and release to QA ready, I am available and I can test. And in the next day, everything is ready to be delivered. So it's faster. So this customer um, learned me another thing. I have never thought this could be good for the business, for the customer, and this is something that I have been learning, and I think it's a good way to manage the things. That's it.
Mhm.
But
That's a very interesting perspective because yeah, every role can have so many different alternatives. Yeah, and sometimes we just don't think about it. And this is a great example how sometimes just shifting the structure or organization around, we can really improve the things. Beautiful, Sandra.
yes, yes, and this is the first customer or the first project I have worked in this alternative shift or
Hmm.
turn. But I think this is something that is not too much explored by the other customers around the world. I have worked in home office with multicultural or international projects, but I have always worked in my work hours. And
Hmm.
sometimes, or almost all the time, are almost the same as the original team. And
Hmm.
I think that the customers or the project managers could explore this better because when you
Yeah.
are working remotely, you can work 24/7 when if you think like that. So I think we can increase this uh, remote work mainly in IT, in services. It's
Hmm.
very interesting because
Hmm.
suppose you have something that you will spend 24 hours, 8 and 8. So normally it will take 3 days to deliver this to the customer. But if you have a
Hmm.
team that can work 24/7, or you have one working 8 hours, then 8 hours, then 8 hours in different countries, in different time zones. In 24 hours, you deliver this to the customer. This is amazing.
It's so true. So we have even good tips here for the clients.
Yes,
Literally.
it could be a challenge, but I think it's good to taste this. I recommend to taste this.
I do agree. It's also as a remote workers, we can also work. We can be like this 24, 7 crazy run types if we don't know when the line is. That's also good for us. That's also good for the client in that way.
Yes.
This is a beautiful tip, Sandra.
Yes, and this is a challenge too because if you are part of a team like that, you have to be connected with the other turns, the other guys in the team, and you have to be committed because if you finish your work hours, you have to pass to the next turn, to the next turn. So you have to be connected, and I think this is good because you realize that you are not alone, and that there is someone in somewhere in the planet that needs you um, to do your job, and
Yeah,
that's it.
true. True, really true. Um, let's talk about one gigantic thing for us women. How does it feel, Sandra, for you to be a woman working in the tech world? I'm just really can't wait to hear your view about it.
Oh, yes, I started working in IT, and since I started, of course, uh, there are more men than women working in IT. And after so many years, I think almost nothing changed in the team I work now. For instance, we have
Mhm.
three women and maybe seven men. And in my point of view, it it's not big deal. Doesn't matter. Even if I am the only one woman working in all the company, not in all the team, it doesn't matter because you have to be professional. Doesn't matter if you are woman or man. Uh, you have to have you have to be aware of your professional uh, commitment, and you have to work as better as possible. Doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man. Uh, of course, I would like everybody could think like I think, and I don't respect because the professional or my colleague is a woman or is not a woman, is a man or is not a man. I respect because they are professional, they can support me, they are equals. I don't think we women are better or worse than than men. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This like you feel. Or if I am a woman and I feel a man, or if I am a man and I feel a woman, this is a feeling. This is a private sector in your life. I have to respect you. Doesn't matter what you feel or what you think. In our professional environment, we have to respect each other.
Mm.
That's it. That's the doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have I have never thought, oh, I am a woman and maybe they don't respect me. Of course, I during all my life I had situations that because I was a woman, I felt some prejudice, something like that.
Mhm.
But um how I think I had to move on
Mm.
because if someone in my team or in the corporation or in the customer uh, doesn't respect me or uh, think I am not as good because I am a woman, this doesn't define me.
Mm.
Nobody can define me. Uh, for me, the main thing is I have to be conscious, to be aware who I am. I am a professional, I am a woman, and I have my strengths and my weakness, like every human being all around the world. And if someone think that I am worse because I am a woman, it's a pity.
It's their loss. It's their
Doesn't
loss.
matter for me. Doesn't matter. Okay, okay, because if there is one human being that think like that, there is 1,000 human beings that don't think. And I think that uh, good human are in the most part of the humanity than bad guys. Good guys are uh, okay. So that's it.
No. I love how you're approaching this, Sandra. I mean, this is so beautiful. It just reminds me, about the necessity to just work with yourself and your own feelings and your own thoughts. And with that, we literally can handle anything in life.
Yes, I have to share because if there are someone that don't respect you or don't recognize you and don't think you are a good professional, this doesn't define you. This is not what all the world or you think about yourself. This is the
Mm,
most important thing.
mm.
If
Thank you,
you are
Sandra.
conscious, you are aware of who you are, nobody will change this. That's it.
Mm. No. It just resonates so much also with me personally, and I wish every woman could hear this, because it happens that we women sometimes, have struggles, and that's normal. But hey, it's possible. Sandra is showing that. It's amazing to see that. Okay, we're actually nearing till the end. So, Sandra, my last question would be, what would be your big tip for remote working engineers or developers that you think is really important to be tackled?
Um, you have to be a good internet connection. You have to be planned if the internet connection fail. That's it. This is basic. A good computer, and you have to manage your own time, and that's it. Because if you are alone at home, uh, you have to think you are in the company, in the office. This is the same. The place doesn't matter. And the tip I is that you have to be a good internet. When I moved here, I transferred. I asked it to transfer my internet connection plan.
Mhm.
And when I arrived here in a Saturday, they decided they scheduled the internet connection to turn on Monday, and didn't happen like I was expecting. I was so stressed because uh, I that time I share with my team that until at least in the morning, all hours in the morning, I would be out because I had to move to another house, and the 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 company the couldn't connect my internet in that scheduled time, and I
Mhm.
was so stressed. Then I didn't know that in my condo they had an internet connection and I could use this. So, if I could give a tip is before you move or before you decided, because if you are working remotely, I can travel and I can work from another city if I need. For instance, um try uh, to check this basic information. For instance, 2 years ago, I decided to pass my birthday. It was in a holiday here in Brazil, but I needed to work in the Friday, my birthday, and holiday too. I
Mm.
decided to travel to another city in a resort, and they said they could I could have a Wi-Fi connection, but it wasn't because the Wi-Fi connection in the resort for the guests are not so powerful like we need as a
Yeah,
professional. And
true.
I was so stressed. Then I had to go to the manager in the resort, and they decided to to put me in the manager office in the resort.
I love
Yes,
it.
the manager in the resort had to. I had to sit in the manager office because I needed to work. But before until this, I was so stressed because I couldn't connect. I started a connection or a meeting, a video conference, and the connection was so unstable that
Mm.
I was crazy. Wow, how I could do this? So my tip, if you decide to travel or to move, check the internet connection and share the information that you need on a Wi-Fi or a connection powerful, not
Yeah,
like the guests use it to, because
yeah,
this is not the same, and so that's it.
for sure. For sure. But this is also a good example how, as I say, often shit happens in life. We will be in these uncomfortable situations. But Sandra, you had this amazing mindset of, I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna figure it out. So we literally can solve anything with just our mind and just talking and communicating.
Yes,
Which is
yes, you have. Yes, yes, but what I think, I am a nightingale all my life. And like a nightingale, I hate surprises. I hate surprises. For IT professionals, surprises are not good. You have to preview everything. So for me, this is a kind of trauma.
I do agree. I'm the same. I'm the same. I feel you. I feel you there.
Yes, I have to preview if this, if that, if this, if that. And this was a new experience for me. But now
Mm.
I know if I need to travel or I need to move, I need to go to another city for some reason. Before this, I will check with the hotel, the resort. Do you have an internet connection? Because I will be in video conference during 8 hours. So I need a good connection. That's it.
And if not, Sandra is taking your manager's office all the time.
Yes, because yes, of course. Because all the resorts, or I didn't know all the hotels and resorts, they have at least two internet. The internet for business,
Yeah,
the internet for the guests. And
yeah.
like we are in business, we have to use a good one.
Hmm. True, true. This is definitely a good tip that sometimes we forget. We assume internet is everywhere and now it's supposed to be so good, but that's not always the case.
It's
Not always.
not. It's not.
So check it out, guys. Thank you, Sandra. You're sharing so many lovely tips here, and I'm pretty sure, this will resonate and help people in their own working remote environment. So, again, thank you a lot for all this wisdom.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you everyone for watching and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.